All right, so I think that's my cue to start. So I'm here. My name is Peter Skelton, and I'm going to talk a little bit about our 4-H STEAM Innovators program. The team, as it currently exists, includes Brittany Sontag, Amanda Benton, Sierra Kane, Courtney Mitchell, Eva Madrid, Dr. Marcelo Talamante, and myself. And we are an open group and welcome to anyone else who wants to join us. So if you're interested in joining us after this, reach out to one of us and let us know, and we'll get you on the team. So, to talk a little bit about the program, we had 6 youth participating in our first STEAM Innovator program, and we provided some leadership opportunities to those members, and then we were able to promote STEAM education to all members. And the reason we're calling it STEAM instead of STEM is that our youth leaders really felt like art was an important part of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So, some of our program objectives were to make participation accessible for 4-H youth. And of course, this was going on during the height of the pandemic. And so we were looking for opportunities to continue our programming. We want to provide alternative statewide leadership opportunities to youth through the STEAM Innovator program. We want to promote understanding of and making personal connections to STEM education, foster new experiential and inquiry-based learning for youth, host monthly teen-led STEAM workshops, and provide leadership skills and building new opportunities for our youth. So when you kind of think about the process that we go through in terms of what we do, we meet as a STEAM team, the core group of agents and myself meet as a team on a rotating schedule based, rotating schedule based on when we have time to meet. And then we will work with our innovators as we get ready to set up the workshops so that they can practice their presentations, think about where they've got some gaps in the knowledge that they're trying to build, get some feedback from us on improving those presentations and improving the activities. Of course, practicing the activities so that they've got a clean run through, and then making future changes. And the great thing about this is that these programs are youth-led. So the activities that we actually do with other 4-H youth are led by our 4-H youth. And so they're really leading the way for us. To give you an overview of the workshops that we were able to conduct, we had 6 workshops. We were able to reach about 294 youth, age range from 5 to 16 years old. We were able to, I think we hit 26 of the 33 New Mexico counties, so almost full participation from across the state. We had strong female participation in the workshops, and that's really critical because women tend to be underrepresented in STEM careers. And of course, we're trying to provide a pathway to university or to STEM careers through a 2-year vocational program or just a general interest in STEM. And then as a result of the programs, we heard some fairly common themes, and that they liked the activities, they liked connecting with other youth across the state that they might not connect with otherwise outside of their county, and they all seemed to share this interest in STEM education. So that was really valuable for us to understand and to be able to share these programs. So what did we hear from some of our innovators and some of the youth that participated in the programs? When we surveyed youth who were participating in the programs, and our innovators were really saying, hey, we're getting to reach a larger audience, and be able to be in a leadership role that we might not get to, and to lead other youth in completing that project. And some of the skills they gained were, working effectively with other people they didn't know, better serving their club, improving their knowledge base about a variety of STEAM activities. But they also indicated enjoying connecting with other youth across the state, as I mentioned earlier, and experiencing that shared interest in STEM. And you know, the bottom quote is really a lovely quote from one of our innovators. And so I'd like to share this with you because I think it really gets at the heart of the impact that the program is having so far. And she said, being a part of this team has been beneficial to me in many ways by providing multiple leadership opportunities, equipping me to organize and work comfortably in a virtual environment, outlining a viable way for me to serve at the state level, and designing a program that grows with and as a result of its constituents. So it's really nice to get that feedback from the youth. They were thinking about the youth they were serving. They were thinking about how they could improve their own educational understanding and teaching abilities. And so where are we now? We're entering year 2. We're recruiting our second group of STEAM innovators, and that application should be available online on the 4-H state website. We're planning on doing some trainings with extension with our colleagues. And we're trying to work to align our programs with state and national STEM events. And then finally, better planning for evaluation and program success. So why it works? It works for a number of reasons, but most importantly was the commitment of the youth that helped to implement the program. Project selection was critical. The dynamics in our meetings of teaching and learning, where everyone was a teacher and everyone a learner. We had delegation and leadership opportunities for the youth. We were able to promote the events successfully through county agents or county extension educators and the state office. And then doing some reflection, that do apply reflect model of experiential education with our youth. And so with that, I'd like to share a little video with you. We were recognized as 4-H was recognized as the nonprofit for New Mexico STEMmies, and they made this nice video that I think really captures the program well. So if you'll bear with me, I'll get this up and going.
When you think of 4-H, you probably think of students showing their livestock at the local fair. But 4-H has grown into so much more. That's why 4-H is our STEMmies winner for Nonprofit of the Year. 4-H's STEAM Innovator program is changing the opportunities and skills that students can gain from being part of this 100-year-old youth program. STEAM Innovators was created in partnership with the New Mexico State University Cooperative Service to help provide students with access to hands-on STEM learning opportunities during the COVID-19 pandemic. The STEAM Innovator program was led by students for students during one of the most challenging times for young students, and yet more than 500 youth ranging in age from 5 to 19 from over 26 countries participated in the program. Thanks to the hard work and dedication of these student leaders, 4-H youth across the state now have a STEAM curriculum to help them bolster their problem solving, critical thinking, and decision-making skills. You might ask, why not call this the STEM Innovators program? Well, 4-H student leaders felt it was very important to include art in the program, so they held firm to naming it STEAM Innovators. This virtual program helps students across the state in some of the most rural areas gain access to important STEM competency and help provide teaching and leadership opportunities for older senior 4-H members. For some students, this is their only opportunity to really engage in STEAM learning in their community. For 4-H, it's about evolving to meet the needs of today's youth.
So I got about 2 minutes left, and I'll open it up for questions. We are looking for new youth for our next round of innovators, and those applications are due in August.